A few of us used to work on the IT corridor, and we used to go up and down to regular offices like anyone else. And we will know that every time our vehicles had to slow down, we know for sure that some mishap has happened outside.
We used to see a lot of accidents on our way to our work, and every time we see an accident, we will see a few people standing there and not doing anything about it.
What was alarming was not even the number of accidents that we were seeing on the road, but the alarming fact was the number of people standing there and just gaping. That made us think, had I been in that spot, is this what would happen to me?
And that is when me and my colleagues, we decided to go in for some first aid training so that we don't walk away from a victim like that.
And when we got ourselves trained, that's when actually the magic happened. It gave us that confidence and gave us that feeling that you could actually do something.
We realized by following a few simple techniques, anybody can save a life. So we started Alert, an NGO which focuses on training the general public in first aid and emergency care. In 2007, we had the good fortune to meet Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a former president of India.
And what he stated then became our stated goal. So he said, train one in every family. To date, we have reached out to about 32,000 plus people. The kind of people we have reached out to varies all the way from a fisherman folk to an auto rickshaw driver to the Indian Coast Guard and police, so on and so forth. When we met people who attended our programs, and actually they taught us, we learned from them that what they're expecting from us is probably more than what they were getting.
Given these gaps, a simulation lab became an inevitable solution to address these matters. Thus, SimLab was launched in 2015.
A sim lab is exactly what that is. It's a lab. It's a laboratory that people can come in, get to learn their skills, hone it to an extent where they can take it off and practice it outside.
We do have a state-of-the-art facility for the simulation, as the simulation lab. And I think it plays a very important role in giving that experience to somebody to learn. As it is the subject, as we all know, is talking about life and talking about situations which are possibly life or death and things like that. So when you are learning that kind of a subject, you better have an environment that takes it or helps you take that in very easily. So we do have two typical classroom kind of training rooms, and then we have ample space that is available for simulating different scenarios. If I'm not wrong, there are about 17 simulation labs in the country, in India. Ours is probably the first of its kind for a lay person who can get into a simulation lab and acquire the skills that he needs to handle emergencies. So the mannequins that we have at our simulation lab are from a company called Ladle, and they are the world leaders when it comes to the mannequins. Starting from the outer skin of the mannequin till the machinery that is behind it gives you a feel as if you're really handling a human being. So every intervention that you are doing when you deliver a technique, you would know real time what is the impact on the person. So the compression given on the chest, when it goes down and hits the heart and recoils, this whole activity can be monitored and measured and scored. So the Resusci-Anne is the closest that can come to giving CPR to a real person. Another very unique thing that we have in our simulation lab are SimPads. Now SimPad can be connected to the Resusci-Anne, and they can remotely assess what the learner is doing. So the learner is not even aware that he is being measured. So he is not conscious. He just gets onto the scene and he possibly does what he has learned. Trainers are our key assets, I would say, because they are the ones who are delivering the message, instilling confidence into people who are coming into our simulation lab. They are with us because they feel that this is something they need to be part of and contribute towards changing the way emergency care gets delivered. And the second thing is, in terms of qualification, they are all American Heart Association certified. They sort of hold the entire program together. More than the attitude of imparting knowledge, they actually help people to get out of the inertia that is when an emergency occurs. And also the mindset change is brought about without their knowledge, and the trainers do that very effectively. They form teams and learn various skills. For example, if they are learning some recovery position, our program has a certain methodology where there is a certain theory component and then there is a certain visual demonstration.
The trainings which we offer is called PEER, which is nothing but Personal Empowerment in Emergency Response, and there are 3 categories in that, which is basic, advanced and intense. At SimLab, we throw multiple scenarios with the help of our trainers as well as the volunteers to make sure that the participants get used to these scenarios, and when they come across any emergency situation, they'll be able to go and react and respond in a confident way.
Apart from all the tools that we use, we teach them how to handle legal implications involved with helping out in an accident. So when they get to a scene of an accident, they cannot be forced to be a witness in that accident.
And this entire program goes along with a computer-based training program that helps us standardize the program. We believe that through the simulation lab, behavior can be influenced. The simulation labs have been used world over for training nurses, for training doctors, and specifically doctors in an ICU who specialized in handling ICUs. Now what we have done is borrowed that specialty, borrowed that pedagogy and made use of it, and that itself is unique in a way.
Over the years, Alert has successfully realized its dream of training people in first aid and emergency response, and this SimLab stands as a testimony to that. However, the need of the hour is to replicate such centers in rural India. We truly believe that this is going to take us one step closer to the goal set by a former president of having at least one person trained in first aid and emergency care in every household.